despite calls for shoppers to show more respect towards our retail and health workers, it seems many Australians still aren't getting the message.
16-year-old Hayley Evans was abused by a shopper while working at a Coles in Sydney, and she joins us now along with her mum, Kate. Good morning, guys.
Morning. Good morning.
So, Hayley, I mean, we know you'd only just started at Coles. Can you take us through what happened?
Well, this guy came in and started to raise his voice and get aggravated about at me for not wearing gloves.
And then it kind of escalated, huh? I mean, I guess you would have seen a little bit of anger amongst shoppers. What happened after that?
He started to raise his voice and started to yell at me. And then after that, he leaned over and started to scan his own items.
And how did that make you all feel?
I'm pretty, anxious and scared.
Yeah.
Because I know you'd made the point to him that gloves are optional and that you had hand sanitizer there. So that's one of the things that you can do between each person going through sanitise. But Kate, I mean, for you to have Hayley come home incredibly upset as she was, I mean, it must have been very difficult.
It is, and there's always, I suppose, that level of fear when you send your children out to work, particularly with the way things are at the moment, with this sort of COVID fear. Is there going to be an incident and is it going to blow up?
And how concerned were you? And what did she say when she came home?
Well, she came home and said that, a customer had threatened her and been really aggressive towards her and taken photos and then phoned the police. Her management team have been very communicative and very supportive, so that's helped allay any fears about future incidents. And I've been really impressed with the way they've handled this one.
Hayley, how old are you?
I'm 16.
Okay, you're just 16 years of age. How did it make you feel inside when all this happened? Hard to answer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Kate, I mean, here's a man calling the police on you. It's absolutely ridiculous. Hayley, have you heard of any other incidents, any of your colleagues, has something like this or something similar happened to them?
Not like this, no. I had a bunch of people get in contact with me, saying that they'd had their kids or their family members in tears over abuse from people in the checkout.
Kate, it's something that every parent would worry about, especially given how heightened emotions are everywhere at the moment. Has it been handled okay, and do you worry about sending her back to work?
No, well, she worked a shift yesterday, so not concerned about sending her back. But I am concerned that violence against retail workers appears to have been almost normalised.
Yeah.
We don't accept family violence. We don't accept social violence. So the time has come to call out violence against retail workers.
Okay, good call. Now let's bring in Coles Chief Operating Officer Matt Swindells from Melbourne. Matt, thank you so much for being with us again this morning. You're always fronting up and it's good to see. What's your reaction hearing how Hayley was treated?
Yeah, I think it's clearly disappointing. I mean, Hayley was doing absolutely the right thing, like the vast majority of our team members on the front line through this crisis. And there seems to be a lack of understanding more broadly around gloves and masks. We've been following the government guidelines on hygiene for supermarkets. They're very clear. They do not recommend the use of gloves and masks. They do recommend hand sanitising, hand washing and enforcing social distancing. And that's exactly what our teams are doing every day to keep the supermarket safe. We do need the public to understand that this is a safe environment, not just for them, but it has to be for our team members too. Their safety and well-being is the #1 priority. They're doing outstanding work under difficult circumstances, and we've got to be kind and help them through this as much as each other.
So what would your message be to those people who think it is okay to take out their anger on hard-working staff like Hayley?
I mean, it's clearly not okay. It could not be any simpler than that. It's not okay to come into a supermarket and take your frustration out on any of the team, nor to take your frustration out on any of the members of the public. These are very stressful times, and all of the changes that you've seen us implement in supermarkets are there to make them safe, to take some of that pressure off. I get that people are frustrated, and this weekend's Easter trade will be busy, and it's a key time of families coming together in a very different way. We've all just got to catch our breath, breathe, think about the situation you're in and think about the kindness that you need to show. There are so many customers writing thank you cards, buying coffees, giving confectionery to the teams to say thank you. We need more and more and more of that. And then let's take the oxygen away from those instances where people are being abusive towards our team. Let's make those a thing of the past.
Hear, hear. Beautifully said. There are going to be some people, Matt, who say, hang on a second, I want to see when I go into a Coles, people with masks on, with gloves on, and doing all the things that reassure me that I'm not going to get this virus. What do you say to those people?
I would refer them to the government guidelines for hygiene in supermarkets. If you go onto the Coles website, you'll find a link to it. It is really clear. People need to be informed with the facts from the scientists and the medical professionals. The use of gloves and masks is not recommended. Washing your hands for 20 seconds under hot water or using sanitizer and maintaining social distancing are the two best ways to prevent the spread of coronavirus. Our stores are safe and our team members are in safe conditions. Everyone just needs to stick to the facts.
All right, Matt, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I mean, I think that's very clear. Like, if you're wearing gloves, that it's going to transfer between, you know, customer to customer. Can we also say to Hayley and to your mum, thank you so much for coming on this morning. You're doing a fabulous job. Keep on doing it, hey?
Thanks for having us.
Kate, are you sure you're not Hayley's sister? There
He's
you go.
cute.
I made you smile.
He's
I made
cute,
you smile.
isn't he?
Thank you.
Well, we